Welcome back, everybody. It's Bill Ruggiero. Another quick tutorial on the SARA program. So where we left off in the series was that you were able to install and log into the system and bring up a predefined setup, and that's what we're looking at right now. So I want to dive a little bit deeper into what a predefined setup is, and that's what this video will be about. So, but in the last video, we loaded a default New York Center setup, and you can see all these particular iconology, if you will, represents the different status of different airways. It should be simple to visualize that green means open and red means closed, and there's a couple of colors in between that mean certain things. But it's important to note that these particular restrictions that we're looking at are New York Center. I shouldn't say restrictions. These particular status are New York Center's status, so you won't be able to change it. Only New York Center is able to change it. But on your display, as you logged in and put this setup in, they're what I call stickers or markers. Okay, and they are not fixed to the map, and that's a very important thing that confuses people sometimes, and I'll give you a quick example of that. It is by design. So as you can see, everything is placed. This would be a Gale, and getting onto Gale, and then this is Q95, and this would be Q95 going, I'm sorry, J95 going to Cleveland, Q436 in New York Center, and then Q436 going to Cleveland. That is what they represent. And I do, when you click on them, left click on them, it does tell you that it's Q436 getting onto. If I click the line, it's Q436 on, and then of course Q436 exiting. So that's what they represent. You can always click on them. You're not gonna, the program won't let you change something that you're not supposed to. At least I hope that's right. Those are airways, so airways are automatically divided up into 3 sections. Fixes are slightly different. This particular fix, we'll look over here, is Robbinsville. And if you click on Robbinsville, as you notice, it doesn't say getting onto or leaving. It just says Robbinsville because that's defined as a fix. So these are airways, and these 3 are kind of linked together. And then this something over here, and then something over here, like a Robbinsville is a fix. Again, a fix like let's say J174 is a little bit of a hybrid, but this is a particular this is an airway status indicator, but I've isolated only the part exiting because that's how I wanted my particular display set up. And we'll get it. That's a more advanced feature that we'll get in a little bit later. You can actually link specifically to different sections of a restriction and not just the whole thing all the time. If you look at something like a Woodstown, again, just a fix. And then, of course, I use something, again, a little bit of a hybrid. This is Ditch Victor 312. So, in fact, it's a fix and it's an airway. Because if you click on top of it, we've got a ditch J225. And again, this is my preference how to set this display up. The wonderful thing about SARA, at least I think, is you're allowed to set your displays up any way you want and save it as a predefined setup. So back to what I started with as far as being the resolution. These stickers or markers that represent the status of the airway are not fixed on the map. And what I mean by that is if I maximize it, you can see how everything kind of gets jumbled up. I mean, it actually hasn't moved. It's the same relative to the screen coordinates, just you've scaled your picture, and that is intentional.